So Makepasi Match Limited is a joint venture company that was started in 2007. Now, over the years, we've grown to become one of the largest manufacturers of wax matches in the region, with a total production of 50 million individual matchboxes per month. That correlates to about 1.8 million matchboxes per day, which is even 2,777 matchboxes per minute. Now, over that period of time, we've grown to employ more than 1,000 people, and we are now the largest employers of disabled people in the country.
Somebody who was disabled came to us and said that they'd like a job. Initially, we first of all were sort of met with this sense of disbelief from a lot of the people that we spoke to about this, because they said, as an employer, first of all, making matches is a relatively dangerous product. They said, well, how can you possibly employ disabled people? I think for us, the important thing is that where there's a will to do something, we can find a way. And what we actually felt was when we looked at a disability, we felt it was people in life who weren't actually given an opportunity. And here we give them an opportunity, but we look at it slightly differently, in the sense that we don't look at the people that work for us as genuinely disabled. We look at them as someone, he or she, as people who haven't actually been given the right opportunities. And if we can, we give them that opportunity to work in this factory.
So not only do we provide them with means of mobility, but we also give them a job for those who have a genuine desire to work and gain an income with us. And I think that's fundamental to what we do with our disabled employees. In 2013, we started employing deaf people in the factory, and we actually, in the factory, don't really consider being deaf as a disability. And we've taken various measures. We've fitted lights in the production halls, if in case of an emergency. But what we find is generally is that deaf people, or in most cases, work better than the normal worker purely because of that desire to prove themselves as individuals, and I think that's really admirable.
Out of the 1,000, we have a team of disabled people, which is around 200 workers. So when it comes to the deaf fraternity, there are around 100 employees, yes, doing a lot of work, casual work. Those who do packaging, manual packaging, there's a carpenter also on top of that. So basically women and the young men.
And one time I met friends around the town, and they are the one who told me that there is work here. They even told me that there are deaf people who are working here in this company with the Makepasi. I said, fine, okay, let me pay a visit. When I came and visited the company, yes, I found many of my colleagues, deaf persons, working here, and I joined them.
During our work, we came to realize that there are some people that are doing very, very great work, but they went unnoticed. We found out that this factory is now the biggest employer of the deaf people in Uganda. They are employing over 100 deaf people within their factories in different departments, and we have not realized it anywhere across the country. So when you reach there, you can see that the deaf people are enjoying, they are getting employment, they are being given salary, and then they are able also to make change of their lives.
When I joined, life was poor, but now the life has gone on improving, and some have changed. There is a difference between now and the past because of this work I do here. I get some money at the end of the week here. And that the money I get has helped me to sustain my life. An example, I'm now able to buy clothes, I'm able to pay house rent, I'm able to feed myself, yeah.
It's something that seems to be inherent in Uganda. When people see people here who are disabled, there seems to be a feeling that they are disabled for a reason and they should not be helped. And initially it was an attitude that we couldn't understand and we found very, very puzzling. It's not something we were ever brought up with. Culturally, it's not something we even believe in. And I think if there is a message, the message should be that I think if we can succeed in an industry like matches, which are, like I said, inherently a dangerous product, I don't see why you can't employ people who are hard of hearing, people who are physically challenged, why they can't be employed in virtually any industry in some capacity. But I don't see why every industry, if they look hard at what they're doing, can actually focus a little bit and say, yes, perhaps we can have a packing section, perhaps we can even have an accounts person, perhaps, it's just a question of attitude. And I think that's the biggest change. If people can just look and say, well, if I have the will to do something, it can be done. I think that's the main point.
So we currently employ 60 disabled people, and we aim to give around 25 to 30 wheelchairs per year to each of them. And like I say, by providing them with a job, you're giving them that foundation to earn an income. And I think by us being the pioneers in this, I think it'll gradually catch on to other industries in Uganda.
When we say 50 deaf people, actually we have the capacity to employ a lot more. We don't actually close our doors. Tomorrow, if we get 80 people turning up here, there will be a training phase, but yes, we will give them work.